paper. Gotta find the paper. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it. Let's see. Paper. Down here. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is the message that the Lord God has given unto me to give unto you. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. That's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. But I want to tell you Zechariah chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. We also know that the prophecy started with Haggai. The Lord God told Haggai, told Zerubbabel, I'm going to use you as a signal. And so that's the signal. Ushering the last days and times. So then after that, he said, I'm going to send Elijah for the great breath of the Lord. And he should turn the hearts of the children back to the father, for all the hearts back to the children. At least I come and strike the earth for Christ. So now we know that that's found in Malachi chapter 4, verses 5 and 6. But I want you to read Malachi chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. You got to go to Horeb. Got to go to Horeb. Got to go to Deuteronomy. All right. Then this last one, Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. Behold, I will send my messenger. He shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord whom you seek to suddenly come to his temple. Even the messenger of the covenant, whom you delight in, behold, shall come to the Lord of hosts. So that's Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. Let me get back, because we we like to think that time will continue on, but man, that time to rain out. So let me, before I start anything, let me get put the dream to that. I forget. So this is Denzel Washington. I had a lot of Denzel Washington dreams, but this dream here goes all the way back to 2014. Denzel was expecting a way the refrigerator, suspecting the way the refrigerator was working. I seen a list on the top of the counter. Asked him, do you want some gum? He looked like a square kind. He said no. He was gambling with some woman. Some woman told me to send him some cash. Some woman did. He was gambling with some woman. Some woman told me to send him some cash. He lost my painting. That's what he lost my painting. Oh, he lost my painting, but was happy for the cash. Something was one on the top of the woman's head. There's something on top of the woman's head. I remember now. This is what I first thought right now. I just wake up in the middle of the night, write down much as I can. I'm telling him I'm trying to decipher this thing. But it was happy for the cash. Something was on the top of the woman's head. And of the woman's head and his head, who was lying down together, me and the man and Denzel. I took some gum. The man had I had some. Took some gum. I threw 3 pieces to Denzel. He said he didn't want any. He threw them back. He went into the cave like open to get the back part. He needed to climb up and fix what he was in. He howled back and said he was all right. Man, this dream here, and I don't even remember the dream, but I know I wrote it down. So I tried. And I took some gum, and the man had some. I threw 3 pieces to Denzel, and he didn't want any, so he threw them back. And he went into the cave, a cave-like opening, to get back to the part he needed to climb up. To get back to the part he needed to climb up and fix. So he still was fixing. Once he was in it, he howled back and said he was all right. That's the dream. But I also know that was back in 2014, man. That was way back in 2014. Just before he started writing down dreams. So I tried to make the best of it, but I couldn't. This man, they had a man in uniform, army, big chief, said to a government man, I heard you threaten a man, but that's not your character. It's not in you. They had 3 children as I was walking down the stairs. One was holding on the back of it. That's when it first started. That's way before I had the 3 dreams. I mean, way before he told me about the 3 dreams. The other dream died from that. So I'm just trying to, these are old dreams, man. These dreams so old. Let me see. A cab was running with the hood. Cab was running, the hood was not shut. Took the park. The police came and to give him the keys. He wrote down a number, start with a A and an M. So that was old. Yeah, the government told me to get a tablet. 2 women, a man, and a door. First was insurance bill, call and knew it. Open the papers letter. So trying to make sense of these things. I can't make sense. And then this daughter going back to my remembrance. So I don't know. Because a lot of this have happened. A lot of this happened or taking place right now. I got a dream for you. This is an old dream. And this dream here just not coming to pass. These dreams just not coming to pass. Yeah, because told me, man, this is in October 2019, I think. I was waiting for my number to be called, but it was in this office when the number was called. They had this person wanting to take my place, so they called my number 7 and said they called my number and he asked could he go in instead of me. But both me and the man that was sitting down was said together as he had said no. Now that I remember we was in our office type building. We was in the office type building. And one side off, they had a man there with a number. And I was on the other side talking to another man, he had petition, a glass petition. And I was talking to the other man, and I had my number was number 7, and I was talking to the other man. Then somebody come out of another door and called number 7. As soon as they called number 7, the man jumps up on the other side and says, "Can we take your go in instead of your place?" And me and the other man sit down, both of us jump up and holler at the same time. No, just like that. All right, then of course, told me Draka is evil. And I was playing basketball, running up in the street, and heard people under the street asking for me, and then asking for me to them, asking me to he, them. They had snow on the ground. The voice said, Dhaka is evil. Now that's cool. Yeah. I was looking out the second floor window at this craft. Looked like a moderate plane at night. Fall and start moving, looping and turning, and smoke coming out of it. White smoke and land. This man get out of it, dark skin. I could see the vision of him in my mind. One, I could see him standing downstairs on the side of the building in the yard. I heard someone say, we have landed in a historical all-black neighborhood. One says, start throwing them off the pier one by one. And I was praying. I was praying in the spirit, blocking them from finding who they was looking for. Lord God showed me all these different boxes, and all of them was the same. So that's just showing me how these corona boxes are. Yeah, he been showing me that. And that was in September, around September 28, 29, something like that, 2019. Yeah. All right. I don't stay in this too long. Because as I dream, I'm going to tell you that. Then I had Taylor Swift dream. Taylor Swift would be getting 5% of her music or records she sell. 5%. Now that was way last year when she was going after that. Y'all God had already showed her what she was going to go through. Let's see. So I had a dream where I showed there was going to have a false flag that they was going to start a war. Our own people's going to be killing each other and going to start a war. Because I want to get to what's going on today. I was watching the X-Files. And I was watching the Great Matata. And it's pretty good. That one in the one season start with the next season. But in it, they show you exactly what's happening. So when I saw that, the Lord God revealed unto me what I read to you yesterday, the book of Enoch and the demons. And let's see if I can find it. Yeah. And Lord God showed me the scientists in the book of Enoch. Right. Let's see. I want to read it to you. I just have to find it. Yeah. I read it to you yesterday, and I want to read it to you again. Because the Lord God gave me a better explanation of it. We're going to chapter 9, the book of Enoch. This one is this book right here. Enoch, Jubilee, and Hash, and this one is by Joseph Longkins. And we're going to the book of Enoch, and we're going to chapter 9, the book of Enoch. And we're going to verse 6, chapter 9, verse 6. Look at what Ezekiel had done, where it taught all unrighteousness on earth and revealed the eternal secret which were made kept in heaven, and which man was private to learn. I want to repeat it. I'm not the best of reader, I'm not the best in there, but that's not the part. Part is to get you to understand you have a God that loves you and does everything for you, and he wants you to return back unto him, obeying his voice and get the knowledge of him, not with this hooping high, oh, amen, hallelujah. Oh. God wants you to have the knowledge of him. Right. So let's go. Chapter 9, verse 6. Because you're a certain type of being, you're special. Very special. You're the only being like that in the whole universe. There's no other being like you. You're the only angel that is made in the image of God. Only one. All right. Let's continue. Chapter 9, verse 6. Look at Ezekiel. Look at what Ezekiel had done. He had taught all unrighteousness on earth. Now we say he taught all unrighteousness. Now people have been led us into a great deception. Yeah, they have led us to a very great deception. And they keep you leading you into great deception, dumbing you down. Yeah? And so when he said taught all unrighteousness, how that darkness of unrighteousness, and how deep that unrighteousness goes. But you got to understand when we go to our father, the apostles of Father Abraham, and God showed, the turning mighty holy one, the turning mighty one showed Father Abraham the beginning, and there was the whole world consist of the human race was only two people. The human race was only Adam and Eve, and who was in the middle of it? Azazel. But at that time, he hadn't revealed himself. Now he was on his way to revealing himself. And when he came down, as I told you in verse 8, he brought down all the weapons of war, the bread, the time, he did everything. He brought all that down. But one of the greatest sins, he taught the women and the men, and they think that but that's still not going on today. So Lord God showed me this morning. I was watching, like I said, I was watching X-Files. He told us everything we need to know is in the X-Files. And so as I was watching the X-Files this morning, the Great Matata, and yeah, they put it as a comedy, but everything in there was so real. And as it is up to date, he showed me what truly is being taught. And it dumbing you down on one side to get you laughing, joking, hee, ha, ha. And on the other side, they're doing all these experiments and killing you. Yeah. And so he showed me this scientist, and the scientist was out there, and he was experimenting with man and doing all those different things with man. And the Lord God showed me, said, that's what Ezekiel, men are the scientists. The scientists, remember, the scientists are striving to learn all the secrets of all the secrets of heaven, all the secrets that are made and kept in heaven, and which man was striving to learn. Ezekiel, and they're doing that right now today. And you go along with this vaccine and all that stuff, man. Them scientists, they're evil and they're wicked. They're evil and wicked. And that's what they're doing. The man asked him, why are you doing that? Because I can, just like that. And that's it. So he revealed that what science is. Yeah. Man, science is no more. Scientists are no more than men striving to learn the secrets of heaven, trying to learn. And Ezekiel, the demons are teaching them that. I'll read it once again because whether I can explain to you good or not, you can read it. The Lord will reveal to you. Look at what Ezekiel has done. He has taught all of righteousness on earth and revealed the eternal secret was made kept in heaven, which men were striving to learn. Yeah? And that's why when you look at them and they got this space station and they're going to the moon and they're going to the different planets. And what are they doing? Trying to strive to learn the secret from heaven. And who's giving them to them? Ezekiel. Yeah? He's still in charge. He's still teaching them all that foolishness. And y'all, we go want you to laugh and think, accept science like it's all right. It's a natural thing. It's for to help you. Yeah, yeah. So now you know what they're doing. What the scientists are doing. They're trying to find out things were kept. Oh, but it's not the. Wait a minute now. They're not trying to find the righteous things that are kept secret in heaven. They're trying to find all the righteous things that are kept secret in heaven. So that's what they're doing. Yeah. Man, the Lord God revealed that to me this morning. And because sometimes we go by what we have learned from other people, learn in school and reading in books. But when the Lord God gives us something, man, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that He gives to outranks it all. Outranks it all. And show them what these scientists are doing. Trying to find out the things that are kept secret in heaven. And they're learning from Ezekiel. God wants you to know that. He can let you know that. He would. I'm telling you, he would. I ain't going to have to pick. I could went go there and show it there. So let's get with it. So these people hate you. People hate you on so many levels. And the reason why they hate you, because I don't even know why they hate you. Well, my mama taught me to hate you. My daddy taught me to hate you. My uncles taught me to hate you. My cousins taught me to hate you. And that's what they're going about. Not knowing themselves that all that hate and everything come from where? Come from Satan. The hate of all that is good, all that is righteous. And anything that the Lord, most gracious Father had made, turning mighty one made, Jesus, anything of righteousness is hate. And they told that He's the head of all that is good that's found in the book of Adam and Eve. Yeah, other books also. But I'm just telling you, He's the head of all that good. And then they team up with Ezekiel and they come out with this vaccine, this COVID vaccine. Some people don't want to say it's COVID vaccine, but that's it. Oh man, before I go on, I have to do this. You got people like Karen and some other people come on YouTube now, and they own it for the money. And you can tell they own it for the money because those commercials come out, and then they won't say nothing like the wicked vaccine, the COVID vaccine, and different things like that. They say, well, when I say that, they censor me, and because you have for their money, you not after what God don't care if they censor you. So what they censor you? They censor Jesus so many times, try to shut Jesus up and shut him down so many times, and that's what we are. That's what we put in this world here to die like saints of God, to die like we supposed to. We know that we never gonna die. We just gonna be translated and transformed. That's all. Our fathers and them are still alive. All our fathers are still alive. They are. And it's teaching us that don't worry about what the man said, what man gonna do. Worry about the law of God and being holy and righteousness. Because the women get on there, men do it also. I'm talking about the women right now. They get on there with the different outfits on and fingernail polish and toenail polish and hair, false hair on and weave hair on and all those illuminate colors and think that's of the law of God. But that's not the law of God. That is of the devil. You listen to one of this morning. We start with this woman. And she talked about how she committed fornication and then law of God brought a drug to hell. Well, that's for you. I mean, you can tell other people that you say you have a dream, tell a dream, and you have the knowledge of him, you have that word, speak his word. But that's for you. And then when you come on, tell that and act like you have overcome sin, you haven't overcome sin. Because now you might have overcome fornication, but now look at your hair, look at your fingernails, look how you dress. And that's when let me know that no, you haven't overcome. You just like all those other people in those church houses. And that's how you are. All right. Then after that, no. Then after that, I go listen to Kathy Griffin. She talking about how bragging about how she came and told about the vaccine, what it's going to do and all that. God gave you that. No man, God gave you that. You can claim it's your own and you doing this now. Then you're selling it because I see the commercial come up. I know that you're selling it. That's not of God. Then the Lord, like you say, God told me dressed in white. God told me dressed in white too. But when you do that, he'll tell you everything. You got to come out with something every time you make I got to have on something different, right? I got to look cute and all that. I got to have my clear makeup on and my clear glycerin on my lips and everything. And that's pride and arrogance. And that's of the law of God. And what you see, the law of God don't see that. God tell you, see, the works of all flesh are before his eyes. The works of all flesh are before him, and there's nothing hid from his eyes. He sees from everlasting. There, okay, and there's nothing wonderful before him. And so, and so when you get out there with that foolishness, another woman say, well, she can do it, I can do it too. There y'all go. But don't worry, God will be shut down and deal with it. Then another woman get up there, and she talked about she had a dream about when the Lord God showed her when she was destroyed, I had those dreams right to it. When he was destroyed everything. And she talked about how she was seeing it and how sons and them were seeing it. Children was in the car and seeing all that. I won't go in great detail. I try to remember. I just know that dream was for you. Now it's all right for you to tell everybody, but basically that dream for you telling your life is not in order like it's supposed to be. Because when I was going through different things, and he just showed me what's going to come up next, where I was going to fail at, where I was going to succeed at, and what to give to the people, what not to give to the people. And what was going on, so a lot of times it's given to what was going on in certain people that was around me in their life, in their life. And he was showing me to what was going on with them. I'm all I can do is just tell you because y'all not ready. The law of God come right now at this moment. Don't you know they have so many people that would not make it? Wouldn't make it. Y'all wouldn't make it. I'm just telling you. Because y'all not ready, man. Y'all think that the law of God, when you go up to the law of God and you have lipstick on and say, oh, well, he gonna accept this lipstick. That's a lie. Law of God hate all unrighteousness. He hate all evilness. He does. All right. So you just go ahead on. All right. Just let me know if he haven't put that in your life, and because just like Apostle Paul, we know some things he put in your life that you ain't gonna never overcome. Because he wants to remind you of the sin that you committed and where he had to chastise you at. Now, so those things, you're not going to overcome that. Now, I can tell you from experience, you're not going to overcome that. But I'm just letting you know, y'all not ready, man. Y'all still with that foolishness, with that hide and sneaky peek stuff. Yeah, that's what y'all doing. And thinking God don't see that. Well, I'm going to have my tattoo showing a real wild. They ain't going to see it on camera. And I'm here, I'm dressed like this way. They're not going to know what I'm doing. They're not in my house. They don't see my bank account. But God see your house. God see your bank account. God knows that you're not prepared and ready for his return. And he warned, he gave you some time to clean up. Because when I came on the scene, I told you about the 3 years. Okay, this year, that didn't help me regurgitate no Bible for all the many years. And I listen to a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all haven't even started to crack these other books. Y'all haven't. All this he left throughout all ages, to generations, to y'all never. No, I listen to it. And I know that you haven't cracked no other book. Okay. And then those who have cracked the other book, you don't say nothing about them. Nah, you know. But anyway, so let me go down. We're going to the book of Revelation first, chapter 12. Give me this morning. All right. Well, I said it this morning, but he did give it to me piece by piece. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and her head had a crown of 12 stars. So now we know who the woman is, and we know what the 12 stars are. We know that's us. Yeah. And that happened, and tell you exactly what happened. It happened September the 23rd, 2017. That's when that happened. All right. And being with child cry, travail, and birth, and pain to be delivered. And that's what's coming up now. That's why I'm telling y'all these things. The church is perfect. It's perfect like a child. It's perfect in every way. And so when you read the chapter of Hermes, and it tells you about the tower, the temple, the rock, and that you know that those people that they're talking about is the Lord God people, and what they have to get rid of out of their lives. Just like when you go into the prophets of Paul, and it tells you everything that we have to get rid of out of our life. And I used to be that too, one of those pastors preaching with that fame and fortune thing, yeah. Then one would commit fornication. I was there, and I had a whole lot of things, abomination, all that I had to overcome. Yeah, pornography, well, still abomination. But anyway, all those things happen. But if now y'all still following, because y'all still with that first day of the week doctrine, that Christian doctrine, that Muslim doctrine, Hindu doctrine, Buddhist doctrine, whatever, one of those religious doctrines, that's what you are. And y'all not really serving God, y'all serving, I get it also. Seventh-day Adventist doctrine, Baptist doctrine, same thing. It's no different. That's what y'all Jewish doctrine. Y'all, everything was serving the Lord God, but let's continue on. And so when you go read the Shepherd of Hermes, it tells you how the church is and how perfect this church is, and how they have been getting rid of all these things of the world, everything. When you look at them, they're not with all that glamorous stuff. They don't have all that. Now their face might shine and their hair might shine. Why? Because they put all their face, their hair lacks what? No order. And you can see that. But you know when someone has done something that they ain't supposed to do, because that's your spirit tells you, your whole angel tells you, your minister angel lets you know what's going on. Now, you can go ahead on and say, well, he's jealous because he's jealous. He's a hater. All right, I'm jealous, and I'm a hater. But you still got to clean up your life, because you're not going to enter that temple without those 7 virgins and that 6 principal men. Because that temple is perfect in every way. Now, if you can go ahead on and say, well, you know, Lord God knows my heart. Yeah, you know that your heart is weak. But you have to go always back to what Jesus had told. Jesus told his disciple, God is able to raise these stones unto these rocks and make souls out. God don't need you. Don't. I tell you all the time, you don't need me either. No. If they ain't have no unrighteousness, no unfilthiness, and the place that has been prepared for us. None of that. Well, let's continue on. And there, well, because you're going through a whole lot. And these people have been put these church houses and all these different religions and making sure that Israel won't become a nation again, won't get the crowns again, because we know, yeah, that's what this is about. And that's why everything it's so hard for you right now. And then you don't want to take off all the world. You still want the riches, the gold, the fine cars, the mansions, this woman, that woman. I've been lusting off her, and I've been wanting up for that. And that's where you go at. And that's where you at. All right. But the righteous people are all against the righteous. Oh yeah. Everything attacks what? The righteous seed, the righteous plant. And now they're coming up with this vaccine. Same thing. And then after the vaccine, going to have something else. Not only is up to law of God, but it's a twofold call. Right. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, 7 crowns upon his head. Now, another one that there, behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So we know that when you talk about that, the statue of Daniel saw and the statue of Father God had shown his friend, our father Abraham, we know that now we know the 7 heads and the 10 horns are, and those are kingdoms and things. All right. They are their leaders, and they are who's in charge of them. Just been showing you that's who's in charge of them. Azazel and Beelzebub and all evil wicked things are in charge of them. All right. That's who's their leader. Man, tell you, man, this is what I had the Lord God and gave me this. I didn't know this. Now I had to wait for it. And they say, wait for it. I'm going to reveal it to you when the time comes. Okay. And his tail drew 1/3 part of the stars of heaven and cast them down to earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, but to devour her children as soon as it was born. Okay? And so Israel is becoming a nation again. And these people have this vaccine. They're ready. They're ready. And they got other things in the vaccine, the mark and all that ties in together. And they're ready for it. Yeah, they're ready for it. And so they're trying their best not for Israel to be born. Because you got to understand, Israel is scattered to the 4 corners of the earth, the 4 quarters of the earth. And Lord God told him, gotta go read the Testament of 12 patriarchs or any other book. And it tells you as soon as Israel be born, I got a place already prepared for them. And that's where I'm going to take them. And well, you think it's going to be easy? You think these people are all of a sudden say, well, I see them rising up. And we just going to let those people be. I just been reading that to you the other day. Man, they're not going to just let you be, man. They're not. All right. And them HOIP, IUC people and all that foolishness, man, people not worry about those church houses and all that. Because they know they own that. They know that comes from them. That is their system, their beast system that they have put in into play. Right? The Lord God, most gracious Father, let it get there. Because all who want to go that way, He let them serve that way. Okay? You're not riding roughshod over you, as people say. I'm just letting you know. All right? Well, anyway, so they're ready for it. So now we being birthed, being born, and the demons and the devil standing over trying to do everything he can do to prevent this from happening. Man, you got a whole lot of people gonna take that shot, man. Take that vaccine. All right. Well, we're gonna get to that. And she brought forth a man child was to rule all the nation with a rod of iron, and her child was called up unto God and to his throne. So we know what's gonna happen next to that. We know what's gonna happen next to that. Now, it's a twofold call. When Jesus was born in the world, we know what happened to him. They tried to kill him. All right. So the people right now, our nation right now is being rebirthed. And we have a rod of iron. What is that rod of iron? That rod of iron, we got to go back to Revelation, 1st chapter. Okay. To rule all nations with the rod of iron. What's that rod of iron? It's not the word of God. God told us it's not my word like a hammer that breaks it in pieces. Righteousness, man. Come on, man. Righteousness. Okay. Well, you're going to have a whole lot of people going to die. A whole lot of people going to be beheaded. Okay, a whole lot of people going to be caught up unto God, unto his throne. Watch. Watch. Okay. Just like Jesus was. All right. Does he not rule all nations? Did he not give us the power to rule over all the nations? And now you put in the four corners of the earth to rule over all nations. Come on, man. What? With righteousness, holiness. Okay. Well, I mean, and the woman fled into the wilderness where, keep telling you, back to the wilderness. Well, yeah, I think it's Ezekiel, Jeremiah, where he said he prepared a place for us. All right, and she had been a place that was prepared of God, that they should feed her their 1,203 score days. And after that, now, also remember, now we're going to be leaving. Yeah, man. We're going to be leaving, man. We're going. Well, let me see if I can find it. I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you. Well, it's more than in one book, so I'm going to read it out of this book, out the Holy Bible. You regurgitate stuff all the time, don't you know? That's y'all regurgitate. I can tell you more better than this. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can. All right, let's see. Well, you were in the wilderness once before, right? Okay. 64:10. That's it. But now, O Lord, thou, Isaiah chapter 64, we start at 38th verse. But now, O Lord, thou art our Father. We are the clay, and thou art our potter. We all are the work of thy hand. Be not wrought, very sore, O Lord. Need to remember the iniquity forever. Behold, see, we beseech thee. We are all thy people. Thy holy cities are a wilderness. Thy holy cities are a wilderness. Zion is a wilderness. Jerusalem a desolation. Now we know all this will happen. Our holy and our beautiful house where our Father praised thee is burned up with fire, and our pleasant things are laid waste. Wilt thou refrain thyself from these things, O Lord, wilt thou hold thy peace and afflict us very sober? Let's go back. The holy cities are a wilderness. Zion is a wilderness. Jerusalem is a desolation. Come on, man. This is your Bible. If you don't know it, just let me know. All right. All right, well, let's see. Because you're going to destroy all that. It'll be a wilderness again. All right. Let's see if I can see it. Wait. Oh, man. Because he told David, I'm going to bring you back in the wilderness. As we say, he's going to bring us back into the wilderness. Let's see if I can bring it up. Right? You have to know about the wilderness. All right. See if I can get it. Moving slow again today. You just let me see. Oh man. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it. No. All right. Now let me see. I can't bring it up. I thought I can bring it up. All right, here we go. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 35. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 35. Let me see. And I'll bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, with a fury poured out. Now, I also remember that he told me the day that he brings us out, he destroyed everything else. And you know that land got to be destroyed before we go back over there. So all that's going to be a wilderness too. But listen to what he said. Now I'll bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there would I plead with you face to face. And that's where we're going to be at. We're going to be where? In the wilderness with the Lord God again. And when he's going to be there, we're going to be there. Like I had pleaded with your father in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, say the Lord God. Right. All I can do is give it to you. All right. Just give it to you as I just let me know. So I can do let you know, man, I'm just trying to, because that time, your time, you still act like you have a whole lot of time, but that time is gone, man. You don't have no whole lot of time. All right. All I can do is just give a chance and give it to you. All right. And the woman fled into the wilderness where she had a place prepared of God, that they should feed her 1,203 score days. And there was war in heaven. And Michael and his angel fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought in his angel. Now, so there's a war in heaven, right? So we know there's a war in heaven. Now, it might get a little bit more heated up there, but if you want to know about the angels in heaven, you're going to have to go to Ascension of Father Isaiah or Testament of Father Levi. I'll let you know some picture of heaven. All right, the heavens. All right. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angel fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angel, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. So we know that Satan and all those angels are going to be what? Cast down to the earth. So when you talk about the day of darkness, one of the days of darkness, that's when you're going to see that those demons, when they be cast out of heaven, that's what they're coming down here. But those demons are there for judgments against us. Now, I had just gave to you in the other video there where I read that there are spirits. Yeah, there be spirits for vengeance, and those are evil spirits. And I told you about the different heavens they are in, and that's what the Lord God is telling you about. And all those demons in those different heavens going to be cast out and coming down to earth. And the dragon, I can read it to you. And the dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, was deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth. His angels was cast out with him. So I seen all that darkness. Man, you talking about some darkness. Oh, man. All right, then people tell you on YouTube and everything, the dreams and visions that the Lord God has been giving them about that darkness. Well, we know that those darkness are fallen angels. And how you know that? You have to go read the book of Adam and Eve. And when Father Adam had asked his creator, our creator, Father God, asked him, said, where all this darkness come from? What is this darkness? I have never seen this darkness before. And Lord God told him, explained to him what that darkness was and why that darkness came on. And that once he had a bright nature. And that's why you was not dark, because your nature was bright. But when you sinned, you became darkness. And that's when you go to Jesus tell you that darkness is in you. How great is that darkness? But you see, I have come to give to what? Bring you light, that you should have light. You have more abundant light. Then you should have it more abundantly. And you are that light. All right. Let me know. I can just tell you, you've been regurgitating the whole Bible all this time. You should know. All right. Give me a second. I got this down. I don't know. Jesus told you about that darkness, and he told Father Adam about that darkness. And if you don't take up what, that's when I see y'all. That's why I'm warning y'all. That's why I'm telling y'all about all that makeup and rouge and that false hair and the fingernail dye that's found in the second book of Adam and Eve, and let you know that is the part of the darkness. And Ezekiel and them, those fallen angels, brought that down here, and that's for you to get rid of. That's why I can easily tell you about that vaccine. That it's evil and it's wicked. And you're not putting no trust and faith into Most High God. If you love the law of God, where's your faith at? And that's why these pastors, preachers, and teachers all over the world teaching you and dumbing you down. At one time, when I was coming up and said, well, she have a little problem and everything, she needs to serve God. And then send her to the hospital and get all these medications. I listen to medication and listen to the psychoanalyst and psychiatrists and all those different people. Yeah? And then you get away, push you farther and farther from God. And just like he told you, all you need is the Lord thy God. And God will teach you what's going on. God will heal you. Yeah, living proof for that also. He will heal you, but these pastors and preachers get you far and far and push you far and far away. And all they want is money. Everything that to serve themselves, as it was written. Okay, well, let's continue on. Just let me know. They're not teaching you. Everything is about to keep you dumb and not finding out who you truly are and that you are a certain type of angel and you have powers and you can powers that you have, you can add more powers onto it. Well, let's go through it. You gotta understand when Peter, the rest of the angels, the rest of the disciples too, they came unto Jesus. And they asked Jesus, because that boy, the demon had, Jesus said, well, this is a demon that's only come out with fasting and praying. Did he not tell you that? All right. And then the disciples asked Jesus, said, how we can increase our faith? And then Jesus tell them how they can increase their faith. I'm not going to tell you how. It's up to you to go. And if you reveal it to you, fine. All right. Then on top of that, just listen, on top of that, Lord God told you about the man that had the talents that he had given out to everybody. And one had 10 and, he got 11 because the one that had 1 talent didn't do nothing. He said, go ahead and give that to the one that had 10. And he gave a certain amount and they can increase, they can add more onto it and become more stronger and everything. And now, no, then he of course he tried for the Abraham 10 times. Okay, so allow y'all to become tried 10 times. And then also, when Apostle Paul, the Lord was telling you about the gifts of the Spirit and how you can increase. Yeah, you can add more gifts to your spirit. All right, this is all I was telling you. And you can get more of your power and you can increase your power and how you do that. Closer and closer you get to God, the more and more you increase, because the more I walk with the Lord God, the more weapons of war he has given unto me. And then the more faith he has given unto me, and he has given more talents, he has given more gifts of the Spirit. And as I keep with that walk, as long as I stay in that righteousness. But y'all don't want that. Y'all think the blessing is money. Can't take that money with you. That silver and gold and all that, he tells you all the time. So when the time comes, that silver and gold, ask some of the people that's dying of that virus and those ones that have all that money and everything, and it can't help it. Have it all, and none of that can help. So you got to, with all your knowledge and wisdom, get what? Understanding. Let's go ahead. Let's continue on. All I can do is give it to you. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation, strengthen the kingdom of our God. Now is come salvation, and strengthen the kingdom of our God. And the power of his Christ, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. That's another thing. The Lord God asks a specific question. And I have read that. I haven't read that. Actually, say they're not ready. How y'all gonna be able to stand when he comes back? How you gonna be able to stand in the day of judgment when he returns? So how are you gonna be able? Do you have this strength? No, because I see y'all not ready. I don't hear y'all about healing the sick, raising the dead, giving the blind sight, and doing all this different thing. I don't hear about it. And if it's being done, it's done on such a little scale where it's supposed to be done on such a larger scale than what it is. I know it's a remnant, But if you have 8 billion people, Britain can easily be what? A billion people. Okay? So that makes a difference. But anyway, so the Lord gonna ask the question, I said, how y'all gonna be able to stand in time of judgment? Because when the Lord God is on the earth, we also know that those demons are gonna be on the earth also. And you're gonna have to pay for power. Way back when even before I knew anything, I had just well, I wasn't like to say a baby Christian. I just had started drinking milk, and I didn't eat bread, and I didn't know how much strength that I have or how much power that the Lord God had been giving me already. And so I was working I was working as an apprentice doing carpentry work, and the master called me. I was working for him. And so we was on the street, and all of a sudden this man come down the street. Now a lot of times you'll say, well, yeah, no, he possessed 5 demons. And he come around there, and he was out on one side of the street, and he cried out with a loud voice, it's not my time yet. It's not our time yet. Just like that, because he thought I was going to come over there and vex him. But I didn't know nothing, because I'm in this church house and all this, and nobody never taught me that you have the power to cast out demons. When the time comes, you're going to have that power to rush over, and these demons going to be crying out unto you, just like they was crying out to Jesus, just like when they was crying out to the apostles. That's how they're going to do it, and nobody teach you that. But that's what's there. So when we get up to that strength, and the demons going to cry out, they'll let you know. Yeah, but this is their time now. All right. Just like Jesus couldn't send that. Why Jesus didn't send those legion? When legion came up, and if you want to know who legion is, you have to go to this book here, the Testament of 12 Patriarchs. Testament of Solomon, and it tells you about legion. So why didn't legion Jesus cast legion out and send them to hell? Why he sent them into the herd? Why? Because it wasn't their time yet. But when Jesus come back, it's going to be their time. And how are you going to be able to stand if you still with this foolishness? Still with running behind the things of the world and things you hide it from you? Not hiding. Oh, you deceiving yourself. You still not keeping the Sabbath day. You still keeping the first day of the week. Your power, you don't have no power. And that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all think the law going, well, I will keep the first day. Well, we might start out that way. But we know that eventually you will have to obey his voice in every way. But you know, some of y'all not going to do it, because like you said, 5 of them had lamp and oil, and 5 of them had lamp and the oil ran out. So I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know what's going on. But no, Jesus is coming back. You know, a battle going to be fought right here on earth. Right? And how are you going to be able to stand in the time of judgment? That's the question that he asked. Man, when I go off, then the time will be rained out, man. Let me see. How you can see? I'm gonna see if I can try. Let me see if it's gonna come up. If it's gonna come up, no. Let's see. Let's see if it's up here. I know it's in the prophecy. See, prophecy. All right. All right, here we go. We're going to Ezekiel chapter 13. Ezekiel chapter 13. Now, see. Yeah. We're going to start at verse 13. And the word, well, start at verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesied, and said thou unto them that prophesied out of their own hearts. And that's what a lot of y'all doing. Yeah, y'all get these monies and things that God, Lord, always just give a vision and dream. The only reason why your vision and dream then died down because of you still running behind God. Okay, I won't go. Anyway, it said, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesied. Against the prophets of Israel that prophesied, and said thou unto them the prophecy out their own heart. Now, who is Israel? And when I come up here and I talk about these Israel people and what they are doing, and they're not doing what thus said the Lord. But let me continue, because I know I'll get off with something. Say, them that prophesy of their own heart, hear ye the word of the Lord. Thus say the Lord God, woe unto you, foolish prophets. Woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. Yeah. When I come up here, I always come up here and tell you about some dream or some vision that the Lord God has given unto me. That follow their own spirit and have seen that. Oh, I got a prophetic word. God gave me a prophetic word, and he laid it out there. It's burning me. I got to let it out. Well, let it out. Pray it out. But thus said the Lord God, woe unto you foolish. Well, the pastor and preacher, I used to do it too. Yeah, I have a book right here now. In the same book that I read here, I have sermons I put down up in there. Yeah, write them sermons down, the Lord God. Yeah, that's how they do. You go listen to somebody preaching, write it down. So I can do that better than him. I can go and do more research. And that's what you're doing. All right. Some of y'all not even doing that. I'm just letting you know. A lot of pastors preaching, they're still doing it. They're still doing it, and they refuse to give up. Why? Because they have a custom of deceiving God's people. They say, well, they come because of having the money. Well, more than that, they just like those Pharisees, scribes, and hypocrites who Jesus was running about. But that hypocrisy. Yeah, all right. Thus said the Lord God, woe unto you foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Israel, the prophets are like the foxes in the desert. Yeah, I've seen them. Well, I've never seen a fox in the desert, but I've seen them on those mountains and their necklace stuff. Out there by themselves. Man, I don't know what they be doing, looking for something to eat, I guess. Yeah, they're out there by themselves. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. You have not gone into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel. And that, so have you gone in the gaps? Because they have, the gaps is, when you read the Holy Bible, as I'm reading to you now, the King James Version, now they have gaps in it. Are you going to find out what that gap is? Why is there a gap? Come on, man. I was watching Denzel Washington. I was watching The Fallen. I think that's the name of The Fallen. And it said it had a riddle. Why is there a gap between these two people? And so, because that's what they be doing. And demons be messing with you. The demons be letting them say, man, they don't know nothing. They dumb. Yeah. They're foolish. They don't know nothing. Lord God has left them everything that we're doing. From age to age, to generation to generation. And they won't go through it. Yeah, because when I start reading these different books as he sent them to me and reading these different prophecies, man, it's been here all the time. But I'm stuck in worshiping wood and stone. And every penny and every dime I get, I'm thinking about wood and stone. And it gets to a point when you be worshiping that wood and stone so long, you'll be going to take out loans and everything on your house and give everything to keep that wood and stone up there, to keep those lies going. So you can walk and say, well, I'm the one who painted this. I'm the one who put that steeple up there. I'm the one who had the roof refinished. That's what you do. Yeah? Well, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Yeah? And that's what you're doing. But none of y'all taking time out and read how to put in the gaps. Read how to truly serve the Lord God. What truly sacrifice and suffering is about. Taking off this world. All right. Well, God, I'm just letting you know. If you go read the shepherd, I'm talking about the shepherd. It's all over. Everything you see is telling you and teaching about holiness and righteousness and what is the true sacrifice is. What is the true tithes and offering is. What is the true fast? It tells you about it. All right. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge of the house of Israel. Neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel. Now, if that happens, a lot of y'all don't even know that y'all Israel. Oh, I'm a Gentile. I'm a Gentile. All I read is the King James Version of the Holy Bible. Okay? And don't know that you're Israel, God's chosen people. You are. And that you're a certain type of angel, and you're that one righteous plant that he has chosen to give everything to you, to make you perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. But he came and told the disciples, what he told them? Said, be ye perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Come on, man. And when you listen to people, I ain't had no perfect man in this world. All perfect man was Jesus. But that's a lie. All that to keep you down and you not ever receiving the power that he gave to the disciples, that he gave to the apostle. And the apostle was giving it to other people. And that's what happened. He told you, and the Jews got with those, with the Edomites, who we know all of them are the same people now. And they got with them to do what? To bound Israel, to keep Israel in the dark, keep alive. Win our country. Yeah, win our lands. I was reading part of that this morning. Yeah, the emphasis I made, I guess, was high. And after they had the code and they told them, well, go there. I want you to go there and destroy that temple and tear down all that. Take them people, put them in slavery, and get them out their country. And that's what they did. And that's where you're at now. All right. You ain't got to believe it, but we know that it happened. Huh? All right. Just as Jesus said, now could be one stone on top of another, and that's going to happen again. When he come back and destroy it all, it's not going to have one stone on top of another. He destroyed 11 and all down. All right. Give it to you as it done. Put it to you. But he said, neither made up the hedge of the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord. What? To stand in the battle in the day of the Lord. Now tell me what pastor, what preacher, teach. And they got a comment section. Even if you're a pastor, preacher, teacher, or wherever you are, put it down in the comment section that you've been teaching that, or you have heard that before. Put it down. I can be a liar in the day. Yeah, I might be a liar. I just want to know if somebody else is out there teaching them God's truth. Well, I know it is. The Lord God came to Elijah and he told him, say, hey, wait a minute, Elijah. They got so many thousands, saying 5, some say 7,000 people that have never been down and bowed to Baal. So they got people out there, but so few. And when the Lord God told you, say, pray for the harvest. Yeah, because the harvest is great, but the labor is few. Now, if you go by what they say, and Lord God say they got they build high places up on every street. And I'm telling you, you can't go down and keep walking down one street and see where you first come up to a church or something. Because mainly they have, yeah, that's how they used to be. Now I don't know if they're still like that. Now, yeah, all right. But anyway, so you go to these things. I went on something else with. I'll get back to it. Yeah, because that's what you have, but none of them are preaching the truth. And that's what they did. They did that all those places, like the schoolhouse, there with children going, they're not sending them children to educate them. They're sending those children to school so they can do just like they done you, to learn how to read and write and to be to a certain extent so you won't blow yourself up and blow them up. So when you come into their houses, you want to feed them rat poison or roach poison, give them something that'll harm them. That's what they're doing. Okay? All right, just let me know what they're doing. Oh yeah, and they're not trying to educate you. They're not trying to teach you how to fish. They're giving you a fish. They want to hand you everything to be in control. And that's what they're doing now. That's why all this virus and everything, demons and talk say, well, y'all losing control. And we're on our way back. So y'all gonna have to get back in control. I heard a woman this day, she woman talking about how she had how she started dreaming about that was coming, destruction that's coming up on the earth. And then you're out there put up the okay sign. Come on, bro. God, man, who you serving? You serving God or you serving man? You can't serve them both. Man. You got these men on television. And if you want to know about, go read the first book of Adam and Eve. And it tells you why they have to get you on this television stage and get the women to dress up like a man, a woman to dress up like a man, a man to dress up like a woman. Why? To show God, to show you being disobedient to God, that you want to serve money, serve mammon, you don't want to serve God. Yeah, you want to serve Satan in his darkness. That's why he gives it to you. This is the book of Adam and Eve. I'm not going to take that. But anyway, say, how's your rep? To stand in the battle in the day of the Lord. And so now the Lord comes. That's the day of the Lord. That's not a battle. It's not, we're going to be fighting against demon and evil wickedness. And y'all not ready. Okay, well, yeah, some of y'all ready. But the majority of y'all that y'all not ready, man. Because you're going to have to be standing in battle in the day of the Lord. All right. Well, let's go back and see that. Go ahead. I'm just, all I can do is give it to you as you do not. Go ahead. All right. And but the accuser of our brothers is cast down, which accuse of chapter 12:10. And the Revelation. But the accuser of our brother is cast down. Come on, man. You know how I hear you. For the accuser of our brother is cast down, who accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. But y'all don't. No. When you take this vaccine, what you telling God? What you telling me? Huh? That no, I can't die. Give me that vaccine, I can't die. And you're gonna die anyway, because the vaccine gonna kill you anyway. Just letting you know. All right? But say they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Now, what is the blood of the Lamb? Did not Jesus shed his innocent blood on that cross? When the Lord God came to me and spoke to me in an audible voice, and I did something to let them know that I truly want to be, truly searching and want to be for him. And when that happened, I couldn't shut my mouth and told somebody else, and I witnessed to somebody else. And then when I went to, next thing I knew, I was standing up. I told him one of my, and I'm standing up. Next thing you know, Jesus appeared on that blood red cross, and everything was blood red. I mean, everything was blood red. And now you see one ton of everything was blood red when you peel off the cross. The room was blood red. Everything was blood red. Everything. And then when he said, he reached out that hand and touched me, and boy, he washed me. From the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, that blood sat down there, just watched that blood just wash me clean. And then the next thing you know, that felt like a newborn baby. Yeah? So, and that blood is still there, still in that power. And so when you go in this church house, synagogue, take high place, temple, the first thing they want to do is get rid of that. No, you can't have that when you go in there. You have to serve their gods, the gods of wood, stone, gold, silver, money, and that's when you go. And that's when they have you bound, and you find out yourself, man, what happened to me? Why all these things coming up on me? Because you have been forsaken your God and start running behind the things and the affairs and cares of this life, of this world. And that blood still there, still have effect, but you no longer want it no more. You want houses, land, woman, everything of this world. I want to travel. I want to go on a cruise. I want to go to that. I want to go to Disney World. Yeah, Disneyland. That's what you have. I want a certain type of car and a certain type. I want to live in a certain type of neighborhood. And there you go. Yeah, I want to have a certain type of education, and then you be puffed up and proud. I'm a professional. I have a career. You have all that, and guess what you don't have? You don't have the law of God. No? Your power has been stripped. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you don't know if your power has been stripped, then you better go read the Acts of John and find out if that power could be taken from you. You know, to tell you that power was taken from you. I mean, all of it wasn't, but it was stripped of me. And then when I start back obeying his voice and keeping this holy covenant, then he returned it back unto me. And returned it back unto me more than tenfold. Yeah? Yes, he did. I'm just letting you know, man, because the battle is coming. Are you able to stand? Because you're in a battle in the war right now. Are you able to stand? Right? All I can do is give it unto you as he has given it unto me. Okay. I'm just asking, are you able to stand? Okay. By the word of their testimony, said, and they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. And what is their testimony? How the Lord God have done things for you, how he washed you in his blood. How you took you to hell and did all these different things to you? Are you not? If that's not your testimony about the Lord God, about the Lamb, is that not? Okay. And they love not their lives unto death. But y'all not doing. That's why y'all doing this, because you love who? Yourself. Come on, man. You don't love yourself. When you put your tattoos on, you telling God right there, I don't like the way you made it. And it's tattoo down, putting on enhancement. Not knowing that tattoo that you put up is of the devil. Yeah? Well, you got to go read the second book of the Hallelujah. I got to have on these elaborate and loud raiments. Got to have they make me look good. They give me attention. They make people speak to me. Oh, I got to have this false hair because I want to look good. Taking your legs down. You're already working in a place where you're barely making it. And you got to have your fingernails done, which is a sin. Got to have your hair, which is another sin. Got to go read the book of Adam to find out all this is sin. I ain't taking all your money. And you put the tramp stamp on you and all those things. Yeah, put your 6-inch heels or whatever high heel they are on there. Yeah, you put on your tight jeans and have your arms and hair hanging, not knowing all. Might have on your shorts or have on your miniskirt or whatever. And you got the makeup on and everything. All that is up to them. And then you go in the church house thinking it's of God when it's not. Come on, man. I'm just letting you know, man. That's what I'm letting you know. And you're telling God every time you do it, tell God, I used to do it too. Oh, God, I don't like the way you made. I'm going to give me a haircut. And I'm going to get this notch and that. I used to come and put that thing in my hair. Why? To get attention. To be proud and arrogant, both I got to go have this color suit on, and I got to be double-breasted, and I got to have on these type of shoes, this type. So why? To get attention, to be arrogant and boastful. Yeah? And being proud and puffed up. And then all of a sudden, I start learning of wisdom. Wisdom come and visit me. Then wisdom sent me to the book of Ecclesiastes, just like I showed you yesterday. And how, yeah, 3 things she hates. And one of the things she hates is a proud, poor man. And that's what y'all are. You're proud and you're poor. Don't have nothing. And you're proud and you're poor. And you're in those church houses. This is this pastor and preacher talking about God wants you to have God. And you're spending all your money and all your time running up behind these things that avail you not. That's what you're doing. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's what you're doing. I did it also. Then do all that and all that I get that I put tithe and offering into something that don't love. Into something that's dragging me to hell just like that. That's a damn fool taking another damn fool to hell. Yeah, Jesus told you about that. Did he not tell you that? Let's see if he told you about that. All right. Can the blind lead the blind? These both of them fall in the ditch, and that's too heavy. These blind pastors, blind preachers, blind prophecies, just like I've been telling, just for the reading to. And where y'all both going? Both y'all going there. And then the time of the battle, when these fallen angels coming down, y'all not going to be able to stand up against them. Why? Why are you not going to be able to stand up against them? I'm just a question. All right. All right. But you know they're coming, right? Because Lord God said they're coming. You know you're going to have to stand up in the gap in the day they come. And this was about strengthening you. But you don't want that. Nah. You just go ahead on, keep going like you're going. And thank the Lord God gonna accept that. Man, if I'm in war, who y'all want in battle with? You think I want somebody to battle with me that still have on everything of the world, that still want to be like my enemy? Or do I want everything, the man in battle that looks like me, talks like me, walks like me, smells like me? That's what the Lord God bringing y'all to. He wants his saints who have been taken off all this world and put on what? The blood of the Lamb. And they're ready for that. They're ready to stand in that gap when it happens. But you don't want that. But you go ahead and get you another house, get you another $1 billion, whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, you keep on doing it. The Lord God already told you. Yeah. He that's holy, let him be holy still. He that's righteous, let him be righteous. Yeah, he's a homeowner, let him continue on being a homeowner. Yeah, because got something prepared for all of that. All right. But let's continue on. And they love not their lives unto their lives. Life. Come on, man, that's what this is about. You're dying for your brother. You're dying for your neighbor. You're dying for your children. You're dying for Israel. That's who you're dying. You're dying for the Lord and God. Just like he laid down his life for me, you want to lay down your life for 2 fathers. You're a saint. You don't love your life, well, that's good. But I stay on this and have something else going. Don't even make it. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. See, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Read that again. But the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that he have but a short time. And y'all gonna believe and what makes it so bad? The law of God is showing what these people have done throughout all the ages unto you. They have showed it. Yet not even that time, even within the last 400 years. They show you how these people done everything. And then all of a sudden, somebody's going to come up with a vaccine that's going to do it, and know that these people have been testing on these fetuses, knowing that they had discussed Tuskegee experiments. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. Okay. Well, where do you think all that money, those trillions of dollars that they have been spending on supposed to be finding a cure for cancer? Where have all that money and you never found a cure for cancer? Nah, they might put their way in remission. All right, well, let's continue on. And the cure that y'all been paying all the money for the diabetes cure, where's that? And all these other little cures, where have they found the cure for that? And all of a sudden they got a cure for this coronavirus. Come on, man. Come on, man. And I'm supposed to fall for that? Well, you go ahead right on here. Go ahead. If I'm dying because I love the Lord. And I love not my life. Sure don't. They love not their lives unto death. And we don't love them. That's why we're taking up, because we know that everything that is up here is of evil and wickedness, of unrighteousness, just like I read of Ezekiel. Okay? Well, you keep on going like you don't. But we know that the devil has come down. I know y'all waiting for him when he present himself in Jerusalem, which he will. All right. Might be over there now. You got over there to see. All right. Well, let's go. But he knows that he has but a short time. And the Lord God tells you, and our father Abraham, best friend, told him, say, as short in the age, and then the Lord God tell you, I have speeded up time. All that's what the short. And the Lord God tell you once again, these I come back, no flesh shall be saved. Okay? All right, well, keep watching. Keep watching. And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the one which brought forth the man child. Now Israel, when Israel bringing forth, okay? I'm just letting know who is the bride and what is the bride bringing forth. Okay, so let me go ahead because I want to get to some of this. I know my time is short. I only got 30 minutes. And a woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle that she might fly into the wilderness and her place, where she is nourished for times and a half a time from the face of the serpent. Now, a lot of y'all believe in this flyaway doctrine. Don't worry, somebody come and get you and you're going to fly you away and send you to hell. Don't worry about that. Because y'all still with that rapture stuff. But in this verse, what the Lord God tell you, where he come and bring, Lord God, yeah, see, I have a place prepared for them. And I'm going to go ahead and fly them into the wilderness, into the place and where I have prepared for them and nourish them. Just like he done before when we went in the wilderness. Come on, man. That's why he told us, I'm coming to get y'all just like I came and got y'all out of Egypt the first time. With a mighty hand outstretched arm, I'm bringing you to the wilderness. And there where I plead with you face to face and feed you to everything face to face. Come on, man. And the serpent cast out his mouth the water as a flood after the one, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Now, there's a lot of things going on with that. Because we know now that all that ice and everything, when God had sent those demons up there and melted. Yes, he did. Go read the book of Enoch. And all that ice and everything is melted, is it not? And what is it talking about? What is flood? Well, all I can do is give it to you as he has to show me. Now, he might give me something different later on, but he gave me that part right now. Okay. Well, we know that the solar ice caps are melting, right? And every time you look around and tell you that one day it's going to flood certain areas. Is it not to say that? All right. Well, this time all I can do is tell you. All right. And earth helped the woman. Earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon has cast out of his mouth. Now, I already know that that's going to happen. Lord God tell you it's going to happen. Tell you in the prophecy how he's going to dry up the oceans and everything. All that water that's in the ocean going to be on dry land. Well, go read. I can't stop now. I have to. I'm trying to get to my place. And the dragon was wroth with the woman. Now who's the dragon? You know the dragon. Now who's the woman? Is that the woman, not the bride? Church bride. and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Okay. Now, who is the remnant and who is the seed? Come on, man. The remnant is what? Well, let's continue on. It's also, let's continue on. It's going to tell you everything. And went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which what? This is the remnant and this is the seed, which keep the commandments of God. Which what? Keep the commandments of God. Now, what is the commandments of God? And what did God commanded you? Remember the Sabbath day to keep the holy. Keep the Sabbath day to remember that thou was what? A slave in Egypt. Keep the commandments, obey my voice and do what? Keep my commandments, right? All right. So you have those. Then he has said, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Now, what's the testimony of Jesus Christ? Go right back up here. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. The testimony of Jesus Christ, what? He died on that cross and rose again. The testimony of Jesus Christ is what? The gift of prophecy, the spirit of prophecy. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't stay too long on there. I'm supposed to be going to another place. I have got good time. So let me go ahead on. Man, the reason why we don't know everything we need to know about that, because we listen to these pastors, we nobody knows Revelation when it come back. We don't, very seldom we go into Revelation, very seldom. And everything in Revelation have already been. All you have to do is take your time, go throughout this other prophecy, and it tells you about Revelation, what that means. Because I didn't know that make war with the woman. That was the woman. You always think about the woman being who? Israel, which we know woman is Israel to a certain extent, but you got to understand, when you go read the shepherd of harvest, it point blank tell you about the bride. And who is the bride? Everybody that taken hold of 7 virgins, 6 principles, and they have taken off everything of this world, just like they have told you before. And they have entered into that church, what is what? Perfect. And that church and that tower and that temple, what? As we go in there, it builds it up till what? It became a mountain. And then that mountain came back and did what? Went out through all the world and destroyed what? Those 10 toes. Go read it, bro. Go read it. Bro, did he not say that in the book of Daniel, man? And another thing. Every time we went out, who we served when we went out? We served those statues, silver, gold. What statue we serving now? Are we not serving the 10 toes, the 10 kingdoms? Well, I'm not even getting on. Well, I'm trying to tell you now that you have power, man. You are a certain type of animal. I'll tell you this. So when I started back keeping the Holy Covenant, and the law of God started, you tribe and everything, and I started keeping this Holy Covenant, keeping this commandment, and next thing you know, man, them demons coming in the house trying to snatch me out, and them demons are here right now, and that's what they're doing now. Especially when them people say, well, we're gonna open up that CERN kickoff. They got smaller CERNs also. Don't just think about that big, large one. They got other smaller CERNs. And when those things kick off and all that darkness coming in, they release a lot of those demons. Yeah. I told you I saw Medusa and all that. The demons ain't dead. Come on, bro. The demons want to bite it. They want to feel it. Just like when you go to the book of ENOCH, I tell you what these demons want. Azazel and them came down here, the first thing to go get them women. And then them women had children that became what? Giants, but they want. And then Jesus tell you all the time, say what them demons do. They want to possess a body. They go and inhabit the body to get that flesh, man. Come on, man, stop listening to pastor preacher with that dumb stuff, with that foolishness. Okay? But anyway, so you have power from on high. You assert that you got all that light. So when them demons come out, and I have an idle body experience. Now, when I first had an idle body experience, I had light. Now, I'm going to tell you, I had light. But man, now I have an idle body experience, man, boy, that light lights up everything. I mean, it lights it up. And I'm sitting there watching them demons trying to take my body, trying to take my spirit out the body, and my spirit is already out the body. They're next to them. And boy, they got that body getting shaking around trying to get me out. And I'm sitting at the top of the bed with my holy angel and just watching them. Let me watch them. Yeah. And then the other time when they come, boy, my spirit be trying to wake me up. They, come on, wake up, they're here. And I see the whole room lit up. Yeah? Yeah. Just let me know, man. You have power. You're a certain type of energy that power. All right. I think it was good like to say, man, try it. Let me show you how. Let me give you this here before I start on where I'm supposed to be going. But let me give you this here. Yeah, let's see. All right. Yeah, all right. Well, let's see. Because God wants you to try it. You got to try it. I done tried it before. Yeah. Oh yeah, I done tried it. I done tried it. Certain ways I tried it. Let's put it that way. Certain ways I tried it. Let me see if I can find it for you. Yeah, because Lord God wants you to try it. Okay. All right. Yes, he does. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Oh man, come on, man. Wait a minute. If we can do it. Let me see. Oh man, come on, man. Let's see. I'll rush. Let me take my time. Take my time. Okay, leaning on the wall. Well, I have to take my time. I want you to learn this, man. I want you to know who you are, man. It's not like man, see when you see one person, when the Lord God use you to heal one person, man, you want to do that all the time. I'm telling you. I'm letting you know you want to do that all the time. Yeah. All you have to do is see if it done one time, and you're going to be wanting to do it all the time. All right? Just let me know. All right? See if you can. See if I'm right there. See if you can. I'm going to show it to you where you have to try it. All right, let's see. Yeah, you have to try it. It's in the prophecies. Let's see. And he wants you to, oh, man, come on, bro. Man, wait a minute. Man. I'm rushing. You only have to give me time. I want this. I want y'all to know this. And then you have to try it, bro. You have to try it. You have to try it. So let me see if I can go again. See if I can. It's the day of darkness. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can find. If I don't find it, then I'm gonna leave it in the comments. I'm gonna try to find it. It's in the day of dog. War to the design, day of dog. Well, I can't. I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to leave it in the comments section. I'm just gonna have to leave it in the comments section. But anyway, yeah, the Lord God wants you to try it, just to see if he can. Let me see if I can do that. To see if he can do it. If I don't get it next minute, I'll just move on. Yeah, the Lord see if he can do it. Oh, you know what? It might be in a different book. Yeah, well, might be in a different book. Might be in a different book. Yeah. That's in a different. It might be in a different book. All right, don't worry about it. I'll see if I can get it for you. Yeah. Because he wants you to strike the wall to see if you can. You take a knife and he took that knife and put it in the wall to see if he can strike the strong man. Yeah. Let me see if I put that down. Because he wants you to try. Man, just go there and try to heal somebody. When you want the gift of the speaking speaking in the spirit, speaking in tongues. So if you want that gift, man, pray and ask and keep praying till he give you that gift. And then that gift gonna come in just like when you have to be baptized. Well, just like when Peter and them was praying and the Holy Ghost came in, that's how it came upon me. I was down there praying, and next thing you know, I was speaking in tongues. Yeah, I had the gift of the Spirit, just like that. By speaking in tongues, just like that. All right. I'm just letting it go. And that's what that was. Just like that. I started speaking in tongues. And then he gave me two gifts at the same time, speaking in tongues and interpretation of tongues. And then when the time came for me to because the man wanted to be healed. And then the Lord God just gave me the gift, and I spoke it over to the man, and the man started speaking in tongues. And then he was healed. All right. All right. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Just letting you know. Now, all right. Let's see. All right. I can't find it. So let's go. Now we're going to the book of Enoch. I'll run across again. We're going to the book of Enoch. And the reason why I'm going back to the book of Enoch like I was once before, every time I want to find out something and it's in prophecy, I always go back to the book of Enoch because like he told that Enoch that everything of the world, everything that was going to happen to Israel, everything that was going to happen in the world from generation to generation, throughout all ages, is already have been written, and our father Enoch had written it down. And so when you go read the book of Enoch, those are dreams and visions that father Enoch had until the Lord God took him and brought him into heaven. And then when he took him and brought him up to heaven, that was a different story. I'm just telling you how it went. So we're going to start at, when he died, I found out. Up here I have chapter 3. So we can start at chapter 3. Let's see, I'll make sure it is there. Every time I try to, all right. We can start at chapter 2. In those days, he bring a painful fire upon you, whether would you flee or where would you save yourself? And when he bring his sword upon you, where ye then not be aghast in fear? He did not be aghast. Just read what it said, aghast in fear, and all the luminaries will tremble in great fear, and all the earth will be aghast, and will tremble and quake, and all the angels will be see. Let's see, does it say that in this one or two? Let's see if it says that in this. Say against. Say against. This one doesn't say against. Say aghast. So I know that word means against. Verse 3. And the angels will be fulfilled with their commands and will desire to hide themselves from him in great glory. And the children of earth will tremble and shake, and you sinners are cursed to eternity and have no peace. Fear not, ye souls of the just, and hope for the day of your death in justice. And be not sorrowful that your souls descend into Sheol, and great trouble and lamentation and sorrow and grief, and that your bodies have not found it in your life as your goodness deserved, but rather on the day on which you were like the sinner, and on the day of the curse and of the punishment. And when you died, the sinner spake over you. And when you died, the just died. And what benefit have they in their deeds? Behold, as we, I don't like the way that reads, but yes, that's how I read. Say, woe to you, for you there shall be no peace. Neither can you see the righteous and the good who are alive. In the days of our trouble, we've been afflicted. Every man of trouble was seen, and many evil things have suffered. So, yeah, this Father Enoch telling us with all that what we have been going through. And we've been going through this throughout all ages, throughout all generations. All right. It's just telling you. And our spirit has been consumed and lessened and diminished. And we perished. We have perished. Enoch 103, this is about Richard Lawrence. Our souls have been consumed and lessened and diminished. We have perished. None has there been any possibility of help for us. And the word are indeed. Now you might have skipped. I was in 2 and I went to 3. Forgive me. I'm going back to 2. Going back to 2. And in those days when I should cast the calamity of fire upon you, whether would you fly or whether would you be safe? And when he sends forth his word against you, are you not spared and terrified? All the luminaries are agitated with fear, and all the earth is spared while it trembles and suffers anxiety. And all the angels fulfill the commands received by them, and all the desires are being concealed from the presence of the great glory, while the children of earth are long in trouble. But you sinners are forever accused. For you there shall be no peace. Fear not, souls of the righteous, but wait for the patient hope for the day of your death and righteousness. Now he tell you once again, wait. Yeah. But you wait. I just been reading that to you in the book of Revelation. No, just Enoch, you go first. Fear not the souls of the righteous, but wait for patient hope for the days of your death in righteousness. Grieve not because your soul descend in great trouble. What great trouble with groaning, lamentation, and song, and a receptacle of the dead, and that's what's going on now. That's what we're supposed to be doing, but they don't want to do that. Now our people still want to run behind everything of the heathen and thank God. No, God sees everything. Come on, man. You hiding from who, man? You can't hide nothing from God, right? And you're not hiding from everything. Okay. In your lifetime, your bodies have not received the recompense of a proportion to your goodness, but in the period of existence have sinners existed, and a period of execration and of punishment. And when you die, sinners say concerning you, as we die, the righteous die. What profit have they in their work? And behold, like us, they expire in sorrow and darkness. What advantage have they over us? Henceforward are we equal. What will we be within their grasp, and what before their eyes forever? For behold, they are dead, and neither will they again perceive the light. I say unto you, sinners, you have been satisfied with the meat and drink. That's why they're doing all this. Yeah, they're out there trying to hide all that with those commercials and everything that they're doing on YouTube and Facebook and all that other begging that they're doing. You're not hiding nothing from God. All right. And all you're doing is making it hard on yourself. For you have been satisfied with meat and drink, with human plundering and raping, with sin and with the acquisition of wealth and the sight of good days. And that's what they're going about. And when our people are so sorrowful, and all that we have been through, all this time, I ain't talking about before this, I'm talking about the 7th generation. Telling about the 400 years what we have been through. All these things that these people have done to us, and we still want to run up behind it, think that, oh, kumbaya, everything gonna go good. Come on, man. We are part of America, and we want to have the same American dream. But that's a lie. You shall never have the American dream because you're not American. You are Israel. And when you don't obey his voice, you're going to receive, as all the others who receive that didn't obey his voice. You're going to be living there. Now, let me continue. I start on something else and won't ever come back to it. But let's continue. When you have been satisfied with meat and drink, and human plunder and raping, and with sin, and with the acquisition of wealth, and with the sight of good days, have you not marked the righteous? Their end is in peace, but no oppression is found in them, even in the day of their death. They perish and are as if they were not. while his soul descended in trouble to the receptacles of the dead. But now I swear to you, chapter 103. But now I swear to you, righteous, by the greatness and the splendor and this glory, by his illustrious kingdom and by his majesty. To you I swear that I have comprehended this mystery, that I have read the tablets of heaven. See, that I have read the tablets of heaven, have seen the writing of the holy ones, that have discovered what is written and impressed on it concerning you. I'll repeat that. That I have read the tablets of heaven, I have seen the writing of the Holy One. I have discovered what is written and impressed on it concerning you. I have seen that all goodness, joy, and glory has been prepared for you. Once again, I have seen that all goodness, joy, and glory has been prepared for you, and have been written down with the spirits of them who died eminently. Eminently righteous, eminently righteous, and good. To you it shall be given in return for your trouble. To you it shall be given in return for your trouble. And your portion of happiness shall far exceed the portion of the living. And that's what the law God tells us. But you got to hold on. You got to fight. You got to be able to stand in that gap. I got to get to that. Let me go on. And the spirit of you who die in righteousness shall exist and rejoice. The spirit of you who die in righteousness shall exist and rejoice. Their spirit shall be exalted, and their remembrance shall be before the face of the mighty one. From generation to generation, nor shall they now fear disgrace. Woe to you sinners when you die in your sin, and they who are like you say, respecting you, blessed are these sinners. They have lived out their whole period, and now they die in happiness and wealth, distress and slaughter. They knew not while alive, and the honor they died, nor ever in their lifetime did judgment overtake them. And as I look at our white brothers and sisters, as not my white brothers and sisters, but as I look at Edomites and Esau children, and those who refuse to repent, how they have it good all their days, at least that they have it good. And all that misery and trouble they are in, just like the misery and trouble that we are in, dealing with Satan and their own type of way. And knowing that all that we've gone through, that we have a place that is prepared for us. And that place is right over there, called Holy Mount Zion. It's there for Jerusalem. That's where we're going to be at, and the Lord God going to be with him. We're going to see him face to face and forever be, and never be kicking out our land again. That is the covenant. That is the promise that he made with our forefathers. That is the promise that he also go read about Adam and Eve. All right, go read about it. But as it not been shown to them that when to the receptacles of the dead their soul shall be made to descend, their evil deeds shall become their greatest torment. That's in hell. So when you go read the Apostles for the Paul, when you go read the Apostles of Father Paul, it tells you what is prepared for all those who choose not to obey his voice. Yeah? That's no limit. Well, all the people that are going to be down as Esau and now, they're going to have some also. They're going to have a lot of Israel people down there also. We have chose the darkness rather than the light. But let's continue on. All right. Their soul should be made to descend. Their evil deeds should become their greatest torment, and to darkness and to snare, and to the flame, which shall burn to the greatest judgment. Shall their spirits enter, and the greatest judgment shall take effect forever and forever. Yeah? The judgments, yeah, whatever you do on earth, you shall pay for it in hell. And that's going to be held against. That's how you're going to pay for it. Right? But read the popular Father Peter, popular Father Badal, popular Father Paul. Right? Even the apostles of Father Abraham. It tells you and it warns you. And to the dogs and to the snares and to the flame, which shall burn to the great judgment. Shall their spirit enter, the great judgment to take effect forever and ever, forever and forever. Woe to you, for you there shall be no peace. Neither can you say to the righteous and to the good who are alive. In the days of our trouble have we been afflicted. Every man of trouble have we seen. And many evil things have we suffered. Have that not happened unto us? Our spirits have been consumed, lessened, and diminished. We have perished, and none has there been any possibility of help us in the world and indeed. And that's going on right now. Every time you look on TV, they tell you the same thing. Who are they trying to get to take this vaccine? Now, I was watching they talk about the 4 sheriffs that they have in Atlanta and a certain area. And one of the Israel people say how they used to try to come to this area and they wasn't a white area and they wasn't allowed, but now they're able to come there. The only reason why they were able to come in the area because they want something from you. They want you to do an evil act. Yeah, they want to say that y'all are one of us now, as they always tell me. They told me, well, the white guy, you're not like those people. You're one of us now. Yeah, we said it. Now I'll always be like those people. But those people are help to make me. I'm born from those people. People come, I didn't have that done to me. And all the reason why they have all these people putting all these blacks and all these Hispanics in these certain positions. Why? Because they want you to get these people to take this vaccine. They want you people to go along with you. And you go, still if you follow the law of God, Jesus Christ, you don't want to follow. You want to follow up behind these people. Yeah, you wait on, let those people lead you straight to hell, just as I finished reading. You're going straight to hell along with them. Because you're being a damn fool. The law of God got a reward for a damn fool. You got to remember about that damn fool who built them those bigger barns. That's all it's doing. And these pastors and preachers went out there and built all these glorious edifices. Yeah. I remember when I was coming up. I remember the cathedral, the Crystal Cathedral out there in California. And I used to watch him get up there all the time and all that preaching. And, but go find out where is that now. Yeah. So that should have been a warning for you right now. Oral Roberts, that's who I was trying to think of the other day. Oral Roberts University. And one day he asked for $7 million. What happened to him? Then he let out all these preachers with that same doctrine. And they spread that all the way through the world. And got everybody running behind money, fame, fortune. And they stand up and going there, bending their tones and arrogant and proud. That's what they're doing. Okay. But their day coming too. As they finish reading them. They think they're going to have it on good on this side and good on the other side. Now, the Lord already told you, a man cannot serve two masters. All right. Okay. Well, that's going on. You think you're going to serve the God of mammon and God going to bless you for serving the God of mammon? Right? Lord God already told you what's going to happen with that picture. Because they have many that are going to come sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at the table. Yeah, they're going to be their place, right? So they're going to tell them, get up. Go ahead, get away from me. You work up iniquity. Yeah, go read. Go read. All right, let's continue on. Say we have perished. That's what, remember what I'm reading to you. This is chapter 103 in the book of Enoch by Richard Lawrence. Say, we have perished, none has been, neither has there been a possibility of help us in word or in deed. We have found none, but have been tormented and destroyed. We have not expected to live day after day. We hope indeed to have been the head, but we have become the tail. We have been afflicted when we have exerted ourselves, but when we have been devoured by sinners and the ungodly, their yoke has been heavy upon us. Those who have exercised dominion over us, who detest and who have gored us. That's right. And all of a sudden they love you so much, and they want you to take this back seat. Yeah, and where they have tested us and had all that dominion over them. Haven't seen it too many times growing up. Every time they have a plague or something that hit the community or hit the whole city, then they want to be friends with you. Then they want to walk hand in hand with you. Yeah, but as soon as that distress or that panic or pandemic leave, they're going to turn and revert back to their old self. Watch and see. Well, it's not going to leave this time. But they will do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just let you know. That's how they do it. That's how the devil gets you. Oh, yeah. All right. Those that have exercised dominion over us, who detest and gored us, and those who hate us have we humbled our neck. But they have been shown no compassion towards us. And that's what you're doing now. You're going out there, and I did it also. Getting these degrees and becoming professionals and getting the salary and doing everything that they're doing at the city. But you can't go be in the same place they did. They want you to eat at the same restaurants. They don't want to be nowhere around. Right? You going in on that. No, that's the law saying that they have to do. But ask one of them if they had a chance not to be around here at all, would they not do it? Come on, man. All right. Well, you go in on. Why you think they have a bubble? Everywhere I went on vacation or somewhere, if I go through their people, I have to stay in this bubble and I have to be isolated from those who are downtrodden and poor, and those who they say have no time, which they are the richest ones to me. And I have to stay in that bubble with all those people that live in poverty, because they have they have none of the Spirit of God, but they did not worship God, they did not love God, they have none, and they're the ones that live in poverty. And everywhere I go, when I go through their situation, I'm always in that bubble. When I go through their travel agents, I'm always in that bubble. But now I won't be in that bubble. It's a big lie, it's a big false, because you're stealing from all those poor people. And so you can have that bubble. But don't worry, that time is almost up. It's up, really. Okay. We have been desirous of escaping from them, that we might fly away and be rest. But we have found no place which we can fly and be superior from them. We have sought an asylum with a prince in our distress. We have cried out to those who are devouring us, but our cry has not been regarded, nor have they been disposed to hear our voice. Now all of a sudden, this pandemic, it's going to regret that. Now all of a sudden, you want us to take this vaccine, all of a sudden now you hear our voice. Oh, we got to give it to those poor and downtrodden people. Come on, man, you know famine coming out on this world. And Lord God telling you that in everything you hear about the great famine, the thirst that's coming up on the world. And what you tell you, you're making plans to have food for your people and your kind. Come on, man, there's a lot to what you're doing, man. Anyway, let's go. Yeah? If you ever hear any man tell you, well, they don't have enough food on the world to feed the population, they're gonna have to do something. When you hear that man say that, that is a wicked and evil man. Get away from him. Get away from him. Just let them know. The Lord God said, I had prepared everything. And when they know that famine, the Lord God knew that we was going to have famine in the land that what he did. He took us up. He prepared for us. He sent Joseph ahead of us. Then after Joseph went, then he took us and sent us to the land. Just like when Father Abraham, the same thing. When they know that they're going to have famine, he took Father Abraham and sent him to another country. And waited. And had food and everything prepared to play for him. Just like Father Isaac did the same thing with Father Isaac. And you think the Lord God ain't going to do that now to his people? He told you, see, all this is going to happen when? When it's going to happen? Okay. Just let you know. He said, he said, well, y'all people not going to eat, my people going to eat. Well, y'all people not going to have water, my people going to have water. What you think when you bring it into that wilderness, what you going to have? You going to have manna from heaven? Yes. You're going to have water, sweet water? Yes. Come on, man. The whole angel, just like you send the whole angel one before, to feed us and do everything for us, going to do it again. That's come from his mouth. I just been reading to you in the book of Revelation. All right. But rather, that's what he said. By the cry has not been regarded, nor have they been disposed to hear our voice. Have that not happened? But rather to assist those who have plundered and devoured us, right? Yeah, repeat it. But rather to assist those who have plundered and devoured us, those who have diminished us. And now all of a sudden they're your buddy. Now all of a sudden, well, we want y'all to take this vaccine. Come on, bro. We got to make sure those are the minority, as they call it, have to take that vaccine. Now the same mouth, the same person telling that, then at the same time, he's telling you what? They say, well, the Hispanics going to be over y'all anyway. They're going to be the new minority anyway. See? So all that's planned out, man. But we know what the law of God said. The poor you should have what you always, when he tell it, Israel shall be here forever and ever. The righteous nation shall be here forever and ever. So go ahead, man. Don't stop listening to those people, man, with all that foolishness. All right. Well, let's continue on. Those who diminish us and hear their oppression. And that's if they're not done it. They're not the law God read that to you. We go to the paper here. We go by night, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit. Go to Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 14, and tell you what they're doing. To get rid of the poor secretly. And that's what this vaccine and everything is doing what? To get rid of the poor secretly. I know a lot of people. Yeah, they talk about how somebody died from COVID, the coronavirus and all that, but you don't know what type of person that was. And you don't know why, because that's why I posted it. And you don't know why that person is dying. But also we know that the law of God told you. They say before these days and judgments come up here, so many righteous people have to be taken away. Okay, just letting you know. So why is he dying? If he's the one, the righteous that are going to be taken. I'm going to try to look for that today. Yeah, because death. Man. Let's continue on. And hear their oppression. Yeah? And man, the oppression, man, come on, I didn't went through that. You have the oppression with the schoolhouse, oppression with the church house, with these religions. That's all that is, all these religions for to do what? To keep you oppressed. All of them, I don't care which one it says about the Catholic, Baptist, Jewish, Seventh-day Adventist, Mormon, all of them is there to keep you oppressed. Yeah? And then when your eyes, when the Lord God open up your eyes, when the Lord God open up your eyes to the truth, and you find out that you were nothing but a damn fool. Then you go out there. But what makes it so bad, I did the same thing. Still be going out and start serving the Lord God like I know how to serve the Lord God. Tell him how to repent and let him come in back in our life. Just like he told in the book of Revelation, return back unto your first love. But you don't do that. We be so hurt and downtrodden. We go back into doing that before we left it, before we met it, back into the world. Yeah? Committing fornication, adultery, gambling, lying, cheating, still doing all those things, and still going back and humble ourselves and say, oh, Lord God, I have greatly sinned, and please help me. And then he comes and tell you, keep his holy commandment, keep his holy covenant, send his holy angels to heal you and get you back on the right spot. But to be hurt and so wounded so bad, yeah, and then the people, it's a design plan to never let you get rid of the truth. To let you know that when you leave them, you can easily return back into your law of God. Easily return back unto Jesus. Easily get your power restored back to you. Yeah, to make sure that you be wounded for life. That's what they do. Yeah. All right. All I can do is tell you. Who remove not the yoke from us, but devour inebriate, and slay us. And slay us, and who concealed our slaughter. Have they not done that? Yeah. Right now today, they go out there and kill one of those innocent people. And a little boy said he followed them and came, killed them. And what they do? Conceal. And all these police were doing all this stuff they're supposed to have on body cameras and all that. But what they do? Conceal. All right. Just like they got these folks, do a lot of those people and Atlanta. Yeah, they can give you all the law. I've seen it happen in New Orleans. That man came in out there. Yeah, the first black district attorney in New Orleans, as I know of. And they had the first black Eddie Campus also. And they didn't give these people the funding that they needed. They choked off the funding that they needed. That's what they did. Oh yeah. And so I don't care if they pull black police officers and everything. That don't mean nothing. Are they still going to give you the funding that you need? The millions and millions of dollars or the billions of dollars that you need to make sure everything be righteous, everything be up and up. Still be jailing everybody, not only putting them in jail, but making sure that you teach them a trade, make sure that they find out the true and living God, to find out how to have true faith and true righteousness, and give them a trade to learn how to. Are you going to do that? Reform, true reform. or you're just going to put them back there. But the rest of those demons, and let them demons have their way. Well, what are you going to do? I'm just asking, just let you know, because know for sure, when you take those offices, your funding will be cut. That's why they're doing it to you. Then another reason why they're doing it to you, so you can get all those young boys and young girls, black young boys, black and young girls. Yeah. Then when you go out there and say, well, I'm so and so, now I took the vaccine, now we want y'all to take the vaccine. Come on, man. Big sham, brother. And y'all falling for the old okie doke once again. All right. Who removed not their yoke from us, but devour, inebriate, and slay us. Who conceal our slaughter. Now remember that they had lifted up their hands against us. Now you're supposed to forget all that. Lord God, all right. Lord God tell you to be wise and certain of the home stuff. Lord God tells you, man, don't cry over spilled soda. No, we're not crying over what they're doing to it, but you also supposed to be wise at the serpent, knowing that that serpent's already there, always there for the bite you, always there for the attack you, always there doing some evil and wicked thing against you. But you're supposed to be harmless and dove. You should know how to stay out that serpent way. You should know how to circumvent that serpent. That's the Lord God tell you. And say, Lord God tell you also learn how to pray for you. You got to go to the book of David, go to the book of Psalms. That tell you how to pray for your enemies. You know how to be wise at the serpent. You got to go to the book of Ecclesiastes and the book of Ecclesiastes. Learn how to be wise at that serpent. Learn what that serpent is capable of doing to you. Go to the book of Enoch. Enoch, as I'm reading to you, all these things are really telling you about what these people are going to do to you and how these people are against you. And then you're going to go right there and hold your hand with the serpent. Come on, man. Lord God tell you all the time how much he hates, how much he hates evil. All right. Lord God, like I tell you all the time. And that knock came out the door. Hey, Jesus! Your mother and your brother-in-law out here. Jesus turned around and said, who's my mother and brother? Except him that served the, except him that do the will of God. So learn about these things. Lord God don't want you to be dumb and stupid. Yeah. All right. Just let me know. Tell you to take off all that evil. Then like you say, well, you told you turn the other cheek, you smack on the other one side cheek, give the other side of the cheek to smack also. Yeah. But he'll tell you, he say let him smack you, he'll tell you go along with them. Have to smack you on one side to try to get you to do their bit. Give the other side, smack the other two. I'm not going to do what you say to do. I'm not taking that back. So, okay, what you do? Now, smack the other side. Kill me if you want. I'm not taking it. Come on, man. Learn what Jesus is talking about. And stop listening to what these pastors preaching to you. That with all your knowledge and wisdom, you understand. But they also tell you what? Get knowledge. Yeah. They say, we're trying to give it just like I'm trying to give it. But you're doing what? Rejecting the knowledge. Try to, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm trying to give it to you as he has given it to you. Trying to give you the wisdom that he has been storing in me to give it unto you, let you know he wants to give you the same thing. All right. Well, that? All right. Have anybody ever told you that when he told you how to turn? Oh, he tell you to turn the other cheek, that would that mean? Not to go along with the program. Did not Jesus do that? When they smacked Jesus on the cheek, they were doing everything against the law of God. Yeah, they was doing it. And they were trying to get him to do what? Obey them and not obey his father. That's what he did. And every time they came back to give him the other cheek, let him do that. I don't care what you do. I'm here to obey my father. I'm here to do the will of my father. I'm in his word. And I'm here to save all Israel and let all Israel know that they are my people. And I am your God. And I've come here so that you can be persecuted as your father. That same power that your father in heaven has given unto me, he wants you to have. That's what that's about. But you don't let you, let him tell you to turn the other cheek, meaning for you to go along with the program. That's a lie. Yeah. You going on. Well, did anybody ask to tell me told you? Yeah. Trying to tell you that you're still into that foolishness. Still won't take off this world, but you're going to pay for it. All right. Okay. So learn about turning the other cheek, what it means. Learn about praying for your enemies means. Better learn. All right, just let me know. Okay, but I had to pray for my enemies many days. All I do is go right on there to Psalms 35. Pray for my enemies. If it's such a harsh thing, Psalm 109, why not pray for your enemies, man? Learn the mysteries of God. 104. I swear to you, righteous, that in heaven the angels record your goodness before the glory of the mighty one. And we say, I swear to you, righteous, that in heaven the angels record your goodness before the glory of the mighty one. Yeah, let me see. How much time I have? Time. How you doing, Clyde? Will we be on the diet in the wilderness left out? Now you be on the diet in the wilderness because right now, if you were to get close to God, He already teach you how to eat, how to drink, how to do all these things. Only reason why you see our people so obese because they're eating everything of the devil. Whatever the devil prepared for them, that was me. I can remember how it started out. Because when we first came out, they just had 4-ounce Coke, 8-ounce Coke. The next thing you know, they had a big 16-ounce Coke. And then, boy, our people started, when I was coming up, they had too many obese people. No? Very few old people was obese when I was coming up. And then when I was over there in Germany in the 70s, man, none of them, man, I didn't see it. All I know obese people in Germany. And everything they did when they sold you something, they sold it a Porsche. And they did sell this super size for 30 cents more and all that. That was a design thing. They were going to get you coming and going. They were going to get you paying for that stuff. And when you leave that stuff, get big and old and everything, to get you when you leave now in the hospitals and everything. That's a design. All that's of Ezekiel, all of that of the demon. Yeah? All that's of the demon. So I'm just telling y'all, man, I'm trying to tell you and warn that you have a power. And the more you take off this world, the more power you get. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, that power, it's not no any type of power. It's a power where you have over anything evil, anything that's unrighteous. You have power. Thank you. Yeah, you do. Man, look, you know this, that, I'll start off with the women first. So when the women see a man that can build a body, why do you think he built this body? Because he's arrogant, he's proud, he's boastful. He's like that snake in the book of Adam and Eve, that serpent in the book of Adam and Eve. I'm talking about before he became that snake, when he was that serpent, that when he was proud, puffed up, and beautiful and arrogant. And so when you go in this church house and everything, that's what you become. I became it too. Yeah, I didn't know I was becoming like the serpent, proud, arrogant, and boastful, and all people look at me, who I'm this way, and I'm that way. Oh man, yeah, I did. And then, then Lord God started telling me way back then how he did it was, he sent me to Apostle Paul and his children and said, knowledge puff up, but charity edify. Knowledge puff up, but charity edify. Because I was going to school, getting the education and everything, getting a piece of paper. After this piece of paper, I'm going to go get me another piece of paper, now I'm going to be this now. And all that for what? To become a better homeowner, a better liar, a better thief. Yeah, better everything. And that's what you're looking at. Yeah. And when the people go to the Ivy League schools, the 4 high top rate schools and all that, what you think they'd be going there for? Become a better what? Better liar, better thief. Well, I'm going to be an actress. Well, I'm going to be an actress. What an actress does, they lie, they pretend, they lie. I mean, I ain't telling you that you shouldn't watch those things now, because I understand that now, but I'm just telling what they're going to become. I feel there, I was going to be a preacher, and so what happened? What I did, I become a better what? Deceiver, a better liar. That's where I was going. I didn't know it, but that's where I was on my way. Because when the Lord God came to me within these last few years, he told me, just let me know that if you teach a lie, you're going to preach a lie. And that's why when you go to the book of Jeremiah, that's why they never get you into that Old Testament. Note that. They always keep you in that gospel and those parables, and they turn them and twist them in the way they want. Then they take it to Apostle Paul and those apostles, and then they turn and twist that in the way they want. Not so much in the Old Testament. Can't do that. And then the book of Revelation tries every now and then to go hit a little bit of Revelation. But they stay away from the book of Revelation. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, and then these other books, you don't never hear about these other books unless they read to you in the Bible. In the King James Word, and they read the book of Hashim. Now, the book of Hashim been there all that time, and I never knew. Never knew it. And they never say, well, there are other books in the Bible that I think you should check out, that I think you should read. But what they did to me in the 7th-day ministry, my time's up. What they did to me in the 7th-day ministry, well, we got this thing called Desired Ages by Ellen G. White. We want you to read that. And then they have another book, I can't think of another book. And the other book, we want to read that. And then come find out years later, after I got all that stuff, that Ellen G. White just went into these other books and got that, and she put it in her books. Yeah, they're prophetess. Yeah, big lie and all that. Yeah, you got time, bro. Don't even. Right, you give me that, bro. I know I had time, but it's not about time, bro. Man, I had was gone twice a day, boy. My voice was told up. I want y'all to understand, man. Y'all some beautiful people. God love y'all. Man, if only y'all knew how. You know what? Let me put that sense of pride. I'll give it a few minutes. Let me tell you how much God loves you. And he just gave me this recently. Okay, he gave me this recently. And I'm going to tell you how much he loves us. And the reason why we never learn about how much he loves us, because the devil and them, just like I read in the book of Revelation, the devil and them always have us doing something not according to God, not according to the knowledge of God. Just like they have these people, these scientists and everything. And all they're doing is trying to find out the secrets of heaven, how God made this and how God made man and where the stars come from and how the stars are made up and how the air. If God wanted you to know that, don't you know the Lord God would have told you that? Okay? And that's another thing. When you watching the metrics and then Neil go on that ship for the first time and that man type in that stuff and say and tell Neil, well, Neil, you do this, you do that, you learn how to do this, learn how to. And now everything Neil learns how to do is evil and wicked. Now that's Esau and Edomite, that's what they want to do. But our download when the Lord God give us something, that grace and everything that he gives us, everything is about peace and helping your brethren and furthering the goodness and furthering the gospel, furthering the righteous seed, right friend. Now, for instance, I don't think I've read this to you because it's a mystery. And I try not to give away God's mystery. But I'll give it this one. So when Father Joseph, Father Joseph had told the two dreams, this is in the book of Ash, had told the two dreams, they wanted to give him come up to read Pharaoh. And then boy, they go there and say, man, come on. Take him, cut his beard off, cut him everything up, and had nothing to remember. Our Father Joseph was a handsome man. He looked good. Yeah, all of them said, when the brothers came looking for Joseph, they went to the whole house thinking Joseph was going to be like that. But our Father Joseph wasn't like that. Our Father Joseph was a holy, honorable man. He had been like that. All right, so anyway, so it's two things to that, but let me get rid of the first one first. And so, so they take him out, they clean him up, and he explain to Pharaoh these things and everything. And they want to make him second in charge and give him some high stuff so he can go out there and get all that grain and stuff and start storing it. And he know that he was going to go up against some meaty people. But if he had Pharaoh second in charge, they ain't going to mess with him because he got a whole mighty army behind him. All right? And he got the word of King behind him. So what they do is Pharaoh come out there and say, I don't care who he is or what he is. And if he don't know the 70, if he don't know the 70 language, he can't do it. Just like that. So Father Joseph go say, all right. So at night before that, all the angels come to Father Joseph, just like they come to us right now. And they minister on him and they teach him 70 languages in one night. 70 languages he learned in one night. The Holy Angel came to talk to him, but also he put that spirit and that grace into him. And so that's what you look at the metrics and all those different things. That's our people. That's how we do. So when you go to bed at night at times, and I have done it too many times, I have been caught. And so I'm trying to think out some a puzzle, something, and I said, I really don't know how to do that. And but I want to learn. And so when I go to bed that night, next thing you know, one of the minister angels came to me and showed me and taught me how to do it. So the next morning I get up, I don't know. I know how to do it and do it perfectly. Yeah. And they have done that to me too many times, just like you're doing it to me right now in these books and everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he does. The minister angel come to me and she reads and tells me, and she downloads that grace, give me that grace. Just like when we left out, I think, the first time, when we left out of Egypt the first time, and we had to make all the tents and everything. They had different people do different things. And what the Lord God did, the Lord God gave those people the knowledge, wisdom, understanding for to do those things. And that's what they did. So now, let's flash forward to right now today. Everybody have dreams and visions and everything like that. But the Lord God just telling them what they do. All I can do is give it to you. And so when I tell you right now, as I'm telling you right now, those dreams and visions, most of the time are for that person. If you have a dream and vision, which I didn't have, in a dream and a vision, if I'm speaking in tongues and cursing somebody, that's the Lord God give me that gift. Now I can speak in tongues to curse that person, put a curse on that person, which simple. It's a simple thing. But anyway, so if you go at night and you dream that, like one of the brothers said, he dreamed that he had the power to flip cars and all. That's God telling you, see, now I have given you that great of a power that you can do that you can do different things by what? Your mere words alone. And that protection is over you, that nothing can hurt you. See, that's how that works. But our people, well, I don't know. Then you go right there to the church house and ask the pastor, well, pastor, what you think about this? I did it. I had a dream when I first got my when the Lord God was about to open up the Holy Bible to me. When he's about to open up all of the two-leaf gates, that's the Holy Bible. All his word, that's the two-leaf gates. And so they had an elder that's at Seventh-day Adventist. So I go up there and tell him, man, I said, you know what? I had a dream last night that I had these big old, tall, giant gates. They were made of gold, but they, it's leaf. And on the side of them, they had these big old round stones. And at that time, they didn't know there was big old pearls. I mean, huge pearls on each side of the gates. And I didn't know that, so I told him that. And then, next thing you know, he sent me there to give them a message, and they won't accept the message or whatever he had me to do, I did it. And all of a sudden, I had vision that night came, and I see myself standing up on the side of the bed. I told this before. On the side of the bed, I had my lamp on, and I'm reading the Bible. I'm opening up the Bible, and I'm reading. And everything I'm reading, I understood it. I'm understanding it. Just like that. Then the next thing you know, get up the next day, and then all of a sudden, everything, start understanding everything in the Holy Bible. Start understanding everything in these other books. Okay. That was another thing, right? So now, another thing that you have that you do not know, and I'm going to tell you. Just like when wisdom came and visited Father Solomon, she visited me after I had done certain things, and hey, I had always wanted ever since I was a child. I wanted wisdom, and so yeah, but you can't get it. The reason why you don't get it, why she's not visiting you, and you're not having these visitations, because you're still living in the world. You're doing everything of the world. You don't set aside the Sabbath day for the Lord God, and you haven't. I got to go to work. That's my biggest day. I get all my money on the Sabbath day. And you expect God to give you something. All the women, that's my shopping day. That's the day I go shopping. That's the day I clean up the house and everything. What am I going to do if I don't go on that day? Give up Sunday. And then you want the Lord God to bless you. Then when the Lord God giving you somebody, give you some money for something, you think that's a blessing. What kind of blessing is that? When you can go there and tell somebody, see somebody sick or ill or something, and say, well, would you like me to pray for you? Would you like me to heal you? And they be desperate. They want you to do it. Then you go there, and then the Lord God tells you in the spirit what to do, what to say, and then boy start speaking, and then boy, you see the person, they start speaking in tongues and see that healing come on them. Man, that's hard. That's to see that happen. It's such a wonderful feeling. Or when you around people and everything, and the people, because you always know somebody holy always be around. When you're in a crowd of people, you're always going to have somebody holy. Somebody can always see that that spirit in you, that glow, that light in you, and they gonna want it. So one day I was walking, this guy came off the pulpit and everything. This back when I didn't know that, man. Boy, the woman came on the side. I see her. She came on the side and just tugged on my coat just like that. And boy, I felt that virtue leave me. Oh boy, I felt that virtue leave me. I said, oh. And I wanted to tell her something. I said, nah, what can I say? What can I tell her? I said, oh, yeah, I know you took my virtue. What can I say? This is not by might, nor by power. But my spirit said, Lord, I am Elijah. Until next time.